Namaste dear yogis and welcome to my channel. This beginner yoga class is to increase flexibility and mobility. If you have yoga blocks, go ahead and grab those. You can also use thick heavy books for support, but it's not required. I'll show you different options to make the poses work for you. Then sit back on your heels, lengthen your spine, and place your palms on your thighs. Take a big belly breath in through your nose and a calming breath out through your nose. For toe stretch pose, place your hands in front of your knees on your mat or on blocks. Lean forward and maybe adjust your hands. Curl your toes under. The tips of your toes are pointing forward towards the front of your yoga mat. Check your little pinky toes. Notice a stretch. This is really good for your feet. And then stay here leaning forward, or maybe slowly begin to sit back on your heels. So you're in control. Whenever it feels like it's too much, lean forward. If it's available, you can go ahead and lean back and maybe sit back on your heels. Make sure that you're breathing. This is also really good for your ankles and it lengthens the plantar fascia. Take one more deep breath in through your nose. Slow breath out through your nose. Well done, and release. Come forward and stretch out your feet. Maybe tap the tops of your feet a couple of times. And then come on all fours, tabletop position. Knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders. Inhale, lift the crown of your head and tailbone up for cow pose. Exhale, bring the crown of your head and tailbone down. Cat pose. Again. Breathe in, drop your belly, look forward. Cow pose. Breathe out, hollow out your belly, bring your chin to your chest. Cat pose. One more. Inhale, arch your spine, look forward. Exhale, lift the back of your heart up towards the sky. Good job. And slowly come back to neutral spine. Then step your right foot forward in between your hands, and you can use your hand to drag your right foot forward. Adjust your back knee, your left knee, coming into your low lunge, and you can use your blocks on either side of your right foot, your front foot. Check your right knee, make sure that it's right above your right ankle, and hug your thighs in towards each other. Activate your legs. Breathe in, lengthen your arms up. Breathe out, bend your elbows, take cactus arms. Now as you inhale, open your chest, bring your elbows out towards the sides even more. Breathe out, chin to your chest, and bring your hands and elbows towards each other. 3 more. Breathe in, bring your elbows out to the sides, look up, slightly arch your spine, and breathe out, contract, chin to your chest, palms and elbows together. Inhale, open up, open your heart, and exhale, contract. Last one, inhale to open, and exhale, hands and elbows together. Frame your front foot. Then slowly shift your weight towards the back. Lengthen your right leg and you can use your blocks. They're more or less by either side of your right knee. And flex your right foot. Notice a stretch in your right calf and right hamstring. Keep breathing. This is half splits pose. In Sanskrit it's called Ardha Hanumanasana. Take a deep breath in to lengthen your spine. Breathe out, breathe into your stretch. Now for a moment I'm going to release the blocks. With your right hand, lift your right foot up and place it a couple of inches over towards your left side. And then place your hands by the outside of your right leg. Notice your right outer hip, your IT band. Keep breathing. Take one more breath. And then place your right foot back to center. Bend your right knee and begin to shift your weight forward back to your low lunge. Frame your front foot, your right foot. Nicely done. Come back to your tabletop position to flow it out with cat-cow pose. Knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders. Inhale, drop your belly, look forward, cow pose. And exhale, round your spine, press the earth away. Inhale, drop your belly, and exhale, round and contract. Inhale, back to your neutral spine, and switch sides. Slowly step your left foot forward. Left knee is above your left ankle. Scissor your thighs in towards each other. Keep your legs activated and strong. A few benefits of low lunge pose is that it helps release tension in your hips. It stretches your hamstrings, quadriceps, and groin. Now as you inhale, lift your arms up and keep breathing. As you exhale, bend your elbows, cactus arms, open your chest. Inhale, slightly arch your spine. Exhale, chin to your chest, palms and elbows connecting. Inhale, open up, open your heart, and exhale, close, round and contract. Inhale to open. Exhale. And the last one, breathe in, open up. Keep your legs strong and at the same time open your heart. And exhale, close your forearms together. And slowly frame your front foot. You can grab your blocks if you have those. For half splits pose, begin to shift your weight towards the back. Walk your hands along your left leg and lengthen out your left leg. Flex your left foot. Left toes are pointing up. Breathe. Check your hips, your hip bones, and make sure that they're even. You might want to pull your left hip a little bit back. Half splits pose is a good way to stretch your lower back, hips, and legs, and it also improves the range of motion in your hips. And then for the outer hip stretch, lift your left foot up with your right hand and bring it over towards your right side so it's crossed over. And place your hands by the outside of your left leg on the ground. Hold it here. Breathe into your IT band. The iliotibial band or iliotibial tract is a long piece of connective tissue that runs along the outside of your leg from your hip to your knee and shin bone. And the IT band helps to extend, abduct, and rotate your hip. Take one more breath. And slowly bring your left foot back to center. Your hands are on either side of your left leg. Very slowly begin to walk your hands forward, bend your left knee. Back to your low lunge. And slowly step it back to tabletop position. From here, place your hands one step forward past your shoulders. Curl your toes under, lift your knees and hips up and back. Downward facing dog, kind of like an upside down letter V. Lift your heels all the way up and bend your knees. Press your tummy against your thighs. Keep breathing. Nicely done. And then we're going to walk it out. Bend your right knee and straighten out your left leg. Lower your left heel down. Keep alternating. Bend your left knee and lengthen your right leg. Keep going. Do a few more. Notice where you feel the stretch. Notice your hamstrings, calves. Then lift your heels all the way up and ripple your upper body forward. Do a little wiggle with your hands and feet. Come into a plank pose. Then half plank, drop your knees down. Bend your elbows and slowly and controlled come all the way down. Press the tops of your feet and pubic bone into the ground. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, lengthen your arms overhead. Breathe in. Lift your chin and chest up circle your arms down. Breathe out, arms overhead, lower your forehead down. Breathe in, lift yourself up, bring your arms down. Breathe out, arms overhead, forehead on the ground. Keep going, kind of like you're swimming. So as you breathe out, your forehead comes down, arms are overhead. As you breathe in, you peel your chin and chest up. The last 4. Keep going. 3. 2. And 1. Hold it here. Stay here. Now interlace your hands behind your lower back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Keep lifting away from gravity. Keep breathing, of course. You're doing great. Strong back. Relaxed face. And a calm breath. As you breathe out, release and rest your forehead on the backs of your hands. Bend your knees and bring your feet up. And windshield wipe your feet from right to left. A few of those. Good job. Then bring your feet back to center. Press the tops of your feet into the ground. Plant your hands by your lower ribs. Press down into the ground to lift everything up and away from gravity. Upward facing dog. So your knees and thighs are off the ground. Chest is open. Look forward. Now as you exhale, look over your right shoulder. Drop your left hip. Keep breathing. Inhale back to center and exhale, look over your left shoulder and drop your right hip down. Keep your breath flowing. Slowly come back to center, back to your upward facing dog, and then from there, drop down onto your knees, curl your toes under, into a downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back, lengthen your spine. Take a deep breath. You can stay here, and if you want, you can add a twist with your left hand. Grab hold of the outside of your right thigh. Hold and breathe. There's a lot happening here. Balance, twist, and maybe place your left hand by the outside of your right lower leg. Maybe not, so remember this is your practice. Choose what works best for you. Then place your left hand back and switch sides. Right hand grabs hold of the outside of your left thigh or the outside of your left lower leg. So that's optional. So make sure wherever you are that you're breathing. And slowly come back to downward facing dog. We all meet in downward facing dog. From there, bend your knees. Bring your big toes together. Sit back on your heels. Separate your knees as much as you want. We'll take a break in child's pose. Lower your chest down, rest your forehead on the ground, and lengthen your arms out in front of you. Flip your palms open and take a big belly breath in through your nose and a clearing breath out. Allow yourself to completely relax. Each time you exhale, let your hips become heavier. Feel the stretch in your armpits and chest. Unclench your jaw. Relax your forehead and the muscles around your eyes. And slowly turn your palms facing down in child's pose. Take one more deep breath here. And slowly press yourself up to tabletop position. From an all-fours position, step your right foot a little bit forward, but not in between your hands. It's more or less underneath your stomach. We're going to do a modified side plank. Lengthen your left leg and curl your left toes under. Lift your left heel up. And now turn towards your right side. So your feet are parallel with each other. Your left wrist, left hip, and left ankle are in line with each other. press your right hip up towards the sky and reach your right arm up and over. Keep breathing nice and strong. And keep pressing yourself up. As you breathe out, lower your left hip down and bring your right arm down towards the ground. Inhale, reach your right arm overhead, lift your right hip up. Then exhale, dip your left hip down and lower your right arm down. 2 more. Breathe in. Press your right hip up towards the sky. Breathe out. Dip your left hip. Feel the stretch. And your last one. Press your right hip up. Exhale, lower your left hip down. You can take Gyan Mudra with your right hand. The tip of your index finger is connected with the tip of your thumb, lengthening out the rest of your fingers. Breathe into the stretch. Then slowly come back to your modified side plank. Lift your hips up. Place your right hand down. Come back to your lunge. Now step your left foot forward to meet your right. Standing forward bend. Take a moment here to lengthen out your spine, relax your head. And go ahead, you can take ragdoll position. Grab hold of your opposite elbows and do a gentle sway from side to side or back and forth. Soften your knees. Keep breathing. Slowly release your hands from your standing forward bend. We'll do the same on the other side. Step your right foot out to the back, lift your right heel up, and make sure that your left foot is a little bit away from your hands, so adjust it. And slowly come into your modified side plank on your left side. So your right wrist, right hip, and right ankle are in line with each other, and then turn towards your left. Modified side plank. When you feel steady and stable, press your left hip up towards the sky, reach your left arm up and overhead, and keep breathing. And then slowly take that hip dip. As you breathe out, lower your right hip down towards the ground, and it doesn't have to be really far. Wherever you feel the stretch, hold it there. Then as you breathe in, lift back up, left arm overhead. Breathe out. And breathe in. 2 more. Breathe out, lower your right hip down. And breathe in, back to your modified side plank. The last one. Drop your right hip down and now hold it here. Keep breathing. Breathe into the stretch to your right side body. And you can take Gyan Mudra with your left hand, connect the tip of your left index finger with the tip of your thumb. Lengthen out the rest of your fingers. And slowly as you breathe in, lift your hips up, left arm back overhead, back to your modified side plank. Wonderful. And slowly come back to your lunge pose. Plant your left foot and your left hand on the ground. Turn back to center. With a big step or small steps, bring your right foot forward, come into standing forward bend. Generously bend your knees and relax your head down. Then for gorilla pose, turn the back of your left hand down and slide it underneath your left foot. The tips of your left toes are touching your left wrist, more or less. And do the same with your right hand. Turn the back of your right hand down and slide it underneath your right foot sole. Keep bending your knees as much as you need to. Relax your head. And feel the weight in your hands like a massage. Keep breathing. Good, and then slowly release your hands. Back to your standing forward bend. Now as you breathe in, come up halfway. Slide your palms up your shins, thighs, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward again. Breathe in, come up all the way, circle your arms all the way up. Breathe out, Unite your palms and draw your hands down in prayer position in front of your heart, Samastitihi. Take a deep breath. On your next inhale, sweep your arms down, around and up. Breathe out, soften your knees. Come forward, fold all the way down with a straight back. Breathe in, come up halfway again, sliding your hands up your shins and thighs. And breathe out, fold forward. Now step your left foot out to the back. Come into a lunge. Keep your left hand by the inside of your right foot. And then as you breathe in, reach your right arm up. Keep breathing, rotating your chest towards your right side for a revolved lunge pose. Open your heart. Keep your legs strong and active. Slowly release as you exhale. And now bring your right hand by the inside of your right foot. For lizard pose, bring your right foot, you can heel toe your right foot by the outer edge of your yoga mat and hold it right here. Breathe into your left hip flexor. If you want to take it a step further, you can drop your left lower leg down on the ground. And if you want to take another step further, you can rest on your forearms. So you have several options. Make sure you're listening to your body. And make sure your breath is flowing. And then slowly, we're coming back from lizard to lunge pose. Frame your front foot. And then for pigeon pose, place your right knee behind your right wrist. Point your right toes and make sure there's no sickling in your right foot. You can bring your right heel closer towards your left groin. Lengthen your left leg behind you. Make sure your left foot is in line with your left leg. And check your hip bones. Make sure they're facing forward. Hold it right here. And if this is too intense, you can also take reclined pigeon pose by lying down on your back. Plant your left foot down, left knee is up. And place your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Flex your right foot. Hold it here or hold on to the back of your left thigh or left shin. So you have several options. Choose the one that works best for you. In pigeon pose, you can stay upright, leaning on your hands. You can also lower down onto your forearms or rest your forehead on a block or stacked fists. We will be here for about 10 deep breaths. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. And feel the stretch. Notice where you feel the stretch happening. Where do you feel sensation? Breathe into it and release any tension. Take your final deep breath. Prepare yourself to gently come out. Take your time here. And then we'll all meet in tabletop position and take a moment here to stretch or move your body intuitively. Good. Then curl your toes under and come into a downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, step your left foot forward in one big step or small steps, or you can help your left foot forward with your left hand. Place your left foot in between your hands. Keep your right hand by the inside of your left foot. Breathe in and then lift your left arm up. Breathe out. Open your heart. Keep your breath flowing. Engage your core. And feel that balance of strength and stretch in your legs. Feel the rotation in your spine and your heart opening. And slowly release as you exhale. Place your left hand by the inside of your left foot for lizard pose. Then heel toe your left foot towards the outer edge of your yoga mat, towards your left. Stay here in lizard pose. Breathe. You're welcome to take it a step further by dropping your right knee down. Hold it here. And the last option is to come down onto your forearms. So if you feel invited to do so, go for it. But again, this is your practice, so stay where it's comfortable for you, where you can breathe. And allow your left hip to open up each time you exhale. Take your final breath. And then slowly come back to your high lunge. For Pigeon Pose, place your left knee behind your left wrist, point your left toes, and you can bring your left foot a little bit in towards your right or left groin. Make sure there's no sickling in your left foot, so your left foot is in line with your left lower leg. Check your right leg behind you, make sure your right foot is in line with your right leg, and check your hip bones. Make sure they're facing forward and hold. So remember, there's also the recline option for Pigeon Pose. You can lie down on your back with your right knee up. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Flex your left foot. Hold it here. Or hold on to the back of your right thigh or right shin. So you have several options. Choose the one that works best for you. If you are in Pigeon Pose, you can come down onto your forearms if you feel invited to do so, if that's available. And rest your forehead on a block or stacked fists. So wherever you are, make sure that your breath is flowing. Hold it for about 10 deep breaths. And keep everything else relaxed. Relax your shoulders, your jaw, the space in between your eyebrows. Keep relaxing and releasing. Each time you exhale. Take your final deep breath. Let it be a release. And prepare yourself to slowly and gently come out. Take your time. Move gently. We'll meet in an all-fours position. And move your hips from side to side. Draw some circles or whatever feels intuitive. Follow your body. Then for a seated twist, sit on your buttocks, lengthen out your legs in front of you. Keep your left leg lengthened and place your right foot by the outside of your left thigh. You can hold it here, or you can bend your left knee. So if your knees are not sensitive, go ahead. You can do that. Choose what works best for you. Then breathe in. Place your right hand by your right hip on the ground. Inhale, reach your left arm up and hug your right leg. Twist your chest towards your right side. Keep breathing. So make sure that your spine is lengthened. Shoulders are relaxed. As you inhale, lengthen up. As you exhale, see if you can twist a little bit deeper. And notice the gentle massage of your internal organs in this twist. Take a deep breath in and breathe out, release, and twist towards the other side just to counter it. And then come back to center. Lengthen out both legs, shake it out. Now option 1 is to lengthen out your right leg and plant your left foot by the outside of your right thigh. And you can also bend your right knee if that feels good. Ground down through your sitting bones. Place your left hand by your left hip on the floor. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Exhale, hug your left knee. And rotate your chest towards your left side. Maybe look over your left shoulder. So make sure to elongate your spine. Relax your shoulders and jaw. Breath is smooth and steady. Take your final breath here in seated twist pose. And then as you breathe in, get ready. Breathe out, twist towards the other side. Nice, and slowly come back to center. Sit up tall with your hands behind you. Lean back a little bit. Lift your knees up. Plant your feet into the ground, hip width apart. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out. Gently let your knees fall to your right side. Keep breathing. Breathe in. Bring your knees back to center. And exhale. Gently let your knees fall towards your left side. Take one more breath here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, knees to your right. Inhale, center. Knees to your left. A few more times. Just a few windshield wipe motions with your knees. And then for our final hip opener, reclined butterfly pose. Take a seat on your mat with your knees up slowly. Roll yourself down. And if you have blocks or books, you can place them by your thighs. Gently bring your foot soles together and let your knees fall open. If you don't have blocks and it feels too intense, you can also place your fists underneath your the outer thighs to support. Hold it here. And keep your arms wherever you like. You can place your right hand on your tummy, left hand on your heart. That's an option. So just hold and breathe. We'll be here for about 10 deep, conscious breaths. Notice the rise and fall of your tummy and chest as you breathe in and out. Allow yourself to open up and surrender to gravity. Feel the gentle pull of gravity opening up your hips. Notice your lower back. Notice any spots where you might be holding tension. Try to release it, let it melt into the ground. Let your exhales be relaxing and allow your exhales to guide you to go deeper into this stretch. Take your final deep breath. Prepare yourself to mindfully come out. You can release your hands if your hands were on your tummy and chest. And you can, with your hands, bring your knees up. We'll finish this class in Savasana. Lengthen out your legs. Let your feet fall open and place your feet wider than your hips. Arms are along your body with your palms facing up. And gently shake your head from right to left. Relax your neck. And bring your head back to center with your nose pointing skyward. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And a calming breath out. Allow your body to completely get soft and heavy in Shavasana. We'll be here for a little bit over a minute. But of course you're welcome and encouraged to stay a lot longer. For now, allow your feet to get heavy and relaxed. Let your lower legs be soft and heavy. Relax your knees, your upper legs, your bottom, and your hips. Soften your belly. Relax your lower back, your mid back, your upper back. Relax your chest. Soften your hands and arms. Relax your shoulders. Feel your shoulder blades connected with the ground. Relax and soften your throat, your neck, and relax your head. Feel your whole body soft, heavy, and relaxed. It's so soft and relaxed that it's melting into the ground. Then take one deep breath and invite movement into your feet, your toes and your legs, your hands and your fingers, your arms. Then roll over to your right side with your knees up in fetal position. And from there, push yourself up and take a seat in a cross-legged position. Notice how your body feels right now. And let's finish our practice together. Bring your arms out to the sides, palms facing up. Breathe in, sweep your arms up, gather all the love, light, and blessings. Exhale, unite your palms. Place your hands in front of your heart. Take a moment to feel gratitude and thank yourself that you took this time to practice yoga to increase your mobility and flexibility. It's my wish that this practice is a blessing to you. From my heart to yours. Good job, Yogi. Thank you so much for watching and for making it this far and showing up for your yoga practice. I'm so proud of you. I would love to give you my free Blissful Morning Guide. All you need to do is sign up with that first link below this video, enter your first name and email, and I'll send it to you right away. Also, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, like this video, share it with your family and friends, And let me know in the comments how it went for you. I look forward to seeing you soon again on the mat. Bye!